Welcome to the Dylan Hildreth Show. I am Dylan Hildreth, and I am your resident college football expert. And as many of you may have seen, my top 10 came out last week for the preseason. This week, the coaches came out with their top 10. Well, they do 25, but nonetheless. And I figured we'd put them up side by side, our top 10s, and kind of compare and contrast and see where in the world they are coming from. Because a lot of times, especially in these coaches polls, they're such a big head scratcher. It's not even funny. And you can't really go up and ask, like, hey, why did you go like this? And he's like, simply say, hey, I did it that way. Other people voted a different way. Obviously, somebody voted a certain way, and enough people did to get the rankings to what it was. Nonetheless, I call the coaches poll the most useless poll in America, because it is. But it's still fun to compare and contrast, because me being the football genius knows more than these coaches. I promise you. Anyway, let's get on with the rankings. So, the top three, as y'all can see: Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia. Fairly obvious. Come on. And then that's where everything goes completely off the rails. I have Utah, they have Clemson. I went with Utah simply because Kyle Whittingham is one of the best coaches in the country. He got that team to the Rose Bowl and took Ohio State to the limit. And what they did in that Rose Bowl is not something to sneeze at. They got a lot of people coming back, and this might be Utah's best chance at a playoff berth. The coaches, they have Clemson. And this seems like a really big kind of nod to Dabo Swinney, because he has the coordinators are gone. Quarterback DJ Uiagalelei was not that good last year, and may even be benched. Just don't really get this pick, this ranking here at number 4. Number 5, I have Michigan. They have Notre Dame. I mean, I have Notre Dame down at 8, but nonetheless, I'm kind of pre-forecasting a loss, so that might be why I have Notre Dame so much further down. Nonetheless, not too far off, but close enough. And I think Michigan is a better football team than Notre Dame and Baylor and Oklahoma State. Therefore, I have them higher than all the rest of these guys. Then number 6, I have Oklahoma State. They have Michigan. So, and they don't even have Oklahoma State in there. They have Oklahoma, which that I don't get why they have Oklahoma. They lost the quarterback, they lost the coach. You cannot tell me they're a top 10 team in this country right now. Not if you're honest. Then number 8, I have Notre Dame. They have Utah. Coaches always seem, really, coaches, AP, and the playoff committee seem to really love to sleep on Utah and what they are building. And then at number 9, I got Wake Forest. Many of you may not know, but their quarterback is out indefinitely for a off-the-field injury. So what I've last seen, I don't know exactly what's going on. I just hope for a speedy recovery for the young man. And then number 10, I'm going to admit this is a major future projection, but I got LSU at 10. I really like what's going on down there, no matter how weird and crazy that Brian Kelly is. And then obviously they have Baylor just 3 spots lower than me. So the coaches poll is not really something to take too seriously. It's just something fun to kind of compare and contrast with what I have versus what they have. If you want to know how lunacy the coaches poll is, Texas got a first place vote, and they are sitting at 18th. So one coach said that they were the number 1 team in the country. So I wonder who is, I wonder if 7 Win Stark has themselves a vote in this. There was one poll when I was thinking about doing this earlier that had all the coaches involved. And yeah, I mean, it's a joke. No ifs, ands, or buts around it. But it's something fun to compare and contrast. And if you have any questions for me on why I put this team there or left your favorite team out, put it down in the comments and ask me that question. Why did I leave this team out, that team out? Or why do I have your bitter rivals so highly elevated? So just ask a question down in the comments. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're not too busy, go over to my podcast, the Michigan Ohio State podcast. It is all Michigan Ohio State, the only podcast out there that has an unbiased host in myself, and it's talking about the greatest rivalry in all of sports, that is Ohio State and Michigan. The Michigan Ohio State podcast, new episode just came out. Go give it a listen, give it a download. Really appreciate it. We'll see you next time on The Dylan Hoders Show.